I know that in this room, and for those listening from afar, there are souls exhausted from trying to be strong. There are unspoken cries. There are why questions, where the answer seems to be the silence of heaven. Perhaps you felt lost, lacking direction, or facing a journey with many unknowns and unseen dangers. You might be struggling to find comfort and provision, or seeking reassurance that someone is truly looking out for your well-being. It's easy to feel utterly alone in these moments, convinced that your needs are too great to be met, or your path too perilous to be safely navigated. But I want us to discover a liberating truth together. God doesn't demand a happy song when our hearts are broken. He hands us a hymn book, and within it are the very notes of lament. He offers a safe space for your raw, unedited emotions, even those tinged with fear or uncertainty. We won't shy away from these difficult feelings. Instead, we'll learn to transform our very sighs into a prayer, a genuine melody before the Lord. My heart goes out to all who are silently hurting. You are not forgotten, and your pain is acknowledged. Now, having acknowledged the initial dissonant notes of our pain, let's explore how the Psalms, specifically Psalm 23, reveal God as our provider, guide, and restorer in every circumstance. Have you ever yearned for a quiet place of rest, or felt the need for someone to lead you through confusing paths? Psalm 23 is one of the most beloved and comforting passages in all of Scripture, depicting God as a gentle yet powerful shepherd who cares for every need of his sheep. It assures us of his constant provision, his comforting presence even in the darkest valleys, and his ultimate promise of goodness and mercy, reminding us that we lack nothing when he is our shepherd. Unchanging promise, Psalm 23, verse 1, NIV. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. This verse is a powerful declaration of complete contentment and trust in God's provision. It establishes a fundamental truth: if God is our shepherd, all our true needs are met, and we are guided toward well-being. Story of overcoming. Consider King David, who, as a shepherd boy himself, I understood the deep care a shepherd has for his flock. Despite facing lions, bears, and later, the perils of kingship, David penned this psalm from a place of profound trust. Knowing God was always his ultimate provider and protector, his life is a testament to the fact that waiting on God is never in vain. Step of faith. This week, when you feel a sense of lack or need, pause and quietly declare, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," allowing his promise to settle your anxious heart. As we transition from the tender care of the shepherd in Psalm 23 to the profound assurance of his personal protection, let's turn to Psalm 91, a magnificent anthem of God's unwavering shield over our lives. If Psalm 23 assures us of God's close leading, Psalm 91 offers the broader, reassuring melody of his constant vigilance over our journey and his active defense against all harm. Have you ever yearned for a secure dwelling, a place where you are absolutely safe from life's perils, a haven from unseen dangers and overwhelming anxieties? This psalm promises just that, a dwelling place under the Almighty's shadow, a fortress against every threat, seen and unseen. It speaks directly to our intrinsic need for safety and peace, in a world that often feels precarious and full of hidden traps. Unchanging promise, Psalm 91, verse 4, NIV. He will cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. This beautiful imagery assures us of God's tender and formidable protection. Like a mother bird sheltering her young, God provides a secure refuge, a place where no harm can ultimately reach those who dwell in Him. Story of overcoming. Think of the many who have faced global pandemics, natural disasters, or immense personal dangers. They found strength not in their own might, but in clinging to the promises of Psalm 91, believing in God's steadfast watch over them. They experienced peace amidst chaos, knowing they were held securely in His hands, even when the world around them crumbled. Step of faith. When you feel overwhelmed by fear or danger, take a moment to visualize God covering you with His wings, and declare Psalm 91 verse 4 aloud as a personal prayer for protection and peace. Trusting in His unfailing presence. Having explored both the intimate provision of the shepherd in Psalm 23 and the comprehensive embrace of His protection in Psalm 91, we now transition from the initial notes of fear and uncertainty to a powerful crescendo of steadfast trust and joyful assurance. The journey through these Psalms isn't about ignoring our needs or pretending dangers don't exist. Instead, it's about channeling those realities into a profound dialogue with our Creator, allowing His truth and His proven faithfulness to retune our hearts. It's realizing that because God is both our caring shepherd and our watchful guardian, we can face life's journey with peace, anticipating His continued goodness and celebrating His unfailing presence in our lives. Perhaps you've begun to feel a subtle shift in your spirit, a growing whisper of courage where there was once only apprehension. Unchanging promise. Psalm 23 verse 6, NIV. Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This verse is a triumphant declaration of God's continuous goodness and love, following us like a faithful companion, and culminating in eternal dwelling in His presence. It beautifully complements Psalm 91's promise of protection, story of overcoming. Consider individuals who have endured long and arduous journeys, whether physical or spiritual, and have emerged stronger. Their stories often conclude with a testimony of God's persistent goodness and love, which followed them through every trial, bringing them safely to His promised rest. Much like the pilgrim reaching their desired destination. Step of faith today. When you reflect on your life's journey, intentionally recognize instances of God's goodness and love following you. Declare Psalm 23, verse 6 aloud, affirming His faithful presence with you. Always, we have journeyed together through the initial dissonant notes of pain and uncertainty, found comfort and provision in Psalm 23, embraced profound shelter under the protective wings of Psalm 91, and moved towards a steadfast declaration of trust and joyful assurance. This journey through the Psalms is a testament to God's willingness to meet us exactly where we are, transforming our fragmented melodies into a powerful symphony of healing and hope. You have recognized the Lord as your ever-present shepherd, embraced the Lord as your ultimate protector, and found a pathway to renewed strength and courageous purpose. Declaration of hope. No matter what the melody of my life may be, I still believe you are the conductor. Even if I cannot see the light, I still believe you are my song. Lord, you are my strength, and you are my psalm. I invite you to come to the Lord, allowing Him to reharmonize your soul and grant you His profound peace. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. May He lift up His countenance upon you and give you peace. May you find renewed strength, abiding peace, and a fresh song of hope that rises above every circumstance, knowing that the Lord is your shepherd, and he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty.